He shoots people with a hypodermic full of something, makes them look like they've had a heart attack.
Are you serious?
When Dr. Hughes first collapsed, I even thought for a while he might be one of the
Wait, what do you
victims.
mean Dr. Hughes collapsed?
He's in a coma. Isn't that horrible?
Allison, do they know if he's gonna be okay?
They just have to wait and see. But at least they know he wasn't attacked or anything. They think that he had a stroke.
Oh, poor Chris.
Yeah, and he's in no mood to celebrate.
Celebrate what?
My birthday.
Oh, Allison, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Hey, you're finally 18. How does it feel?
There's Chris.
Hey,
Hi.
Allison. Hi.
That wouldn't be something for me, would it?
As a matter of fact, it is.
Mom, I've got the best idea for Allie's... Well, that's weird. Well...
Emily, are you all right?
Yeah, you just... You caught me by surprise, that's all.
Well, you look a little more than surprised. Emily, you're not afraid of me, are you?
Look, I've already spent too much time without you. I want you to tell me that we're gonna be together soon.
It's complicated.
So simplify. Don't let Lillian Holden keep us
No,
apart.
it's not about Lillian Holden.
What is it?
It's Paul.
Hello, Mom.
Jennifer. Oh my God, Jennifer, you're home.
Yeah. Mom.
What? What is it? Something's happened. Something happened to Bob. It's Bob, isn't it?
No, nothing's changed. Even in a coma, Dad's as stubborn as he ever was. And fortunately, as far as anyone else can see, he's not gotten any worse.
Oh, thank you, God, for small favors.
Hey, come here. Come here.
Wow, can I hire you to come in and do that about every afternoon this time? I'll miss you so much.
Yeah, me too. Our schedules just don't seem to lighten up, do they?
I'm really not having this two ships passing the night thing anymore.
I'm not liking it either. But you know what the good news is? All that's about to change.
Lieutenant Munson.
Is that your file on Memorial Hospital?
Everything I collected on the serial killer, yes.
Very good. You can put that right in here. Nope.
You could have had one of your uniforms pick this up, Hal. Obviously, this isn't the only reason you wanted me to stop by.
Smart man.
And treat me like one. Let's get to the point.
Okay. Your continued suspicions about Rick Decker are a problem.
You made that clear at the hospital. Pursuant to that, I made a full apology to Dr. Decker.
I didn't get my badge yesterday, Doctor. I don't care what you said to Rick Decker. I know you still suspect him.
And my private suspicions are of concern to you because...
Because you don't keep them so private. Now listen, I spoke with John Dixon. He's overwhelmed, he's understaffed, and he thinks it would be a good boost to morale if you kept your theories about this case to yourself until we make an arrest, that is. After that, I don't care who you play telephone with.
You silencing me, Hal?
Like I said, smart man.
Afraid? No. Startled? Yes, a little.
Why? This is my room.
Oh, I know. I know. It's just that I was just so, surprised. Glad, really, you know, to see you walking around. I'm used to seeing you in the bed, and that's all.
Look at you! Hi. Rick is doing so well, we think he can be released today.
I know. I was just telling him how great it was to see him, you know, doing so well.
Well, if I've recovered faster than anyone expected, it's all because of your mother's tender, loving care.
Well, let's not push it too fast, okay? We've got to get you back in bed.
Well, obviously this isn't a good time, so I'll talk to you later about plans for Allison, Mom.
Emily, you don't have to run off. What's this about Allison?
Well, I thought I told you. It's her birthday today.
Oh, you're planning a family thing. You know, I'm a sucker for a good birthday party. I just hope that they release me in time so I can watch her blow out her candles.
That'd be great. I'll, talk to you later.
She knows, doesn't she?
Knows what?
That I was on staff at another hospital where serial killings were suspected.
I didn't want her to find out from anybody else. And I wanted her to know that I know because you have gone out of your way to be honest with me about it.
You told her I was a suspect, didn't you?
God, look at you. Look how beautiful you are. Am I dreaming? I thought you were in Milan.
I know you did.
Why didn't you call me? I could have come to pick you up. I could have sent a car for you, or your dad could have come to get you.
I didn't call anybody. Not you, not Dad, not even Will.
Okay, all right, all right. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. The only thing that matters is that you're home. I come here every day. How did you know when to find me here?
I didn't know.
Well, maybe it's that intuitive sense that we share.
I didn't come here to see you, Mom. I came straight from the airport to visit Paul's memorial.
I see. Were you planning on seeing me at all, or did you just come to make your pilgrimage and go see your father and your little brother and then head out of town again?
Mom, I was going to see you later.
I called you so many times. When Will was in the hospital, when I was in Europe looking for Paul, I left message after message.
I got them.
You never returned my calls. Why not?
Mom.
Even when I called to tell you about Paul, you didn't come home, Jen.
I know, Mom, I couldn't.
You know, we can always talk. I know we've had problems, but we could always talk. I was hoping that maybe you wouldn't push me away anymore.
Mom, stop it. You think I ran away and didn't return your phone calls because I was mad at you?
Well, when you left, we were having some difficulty.
That was a long time ago. Right, a lot has happened since then. My not returning your calls had nothing to do with you.
Well, what else could I surmise?
You know, I didn't return anyone's phone calls. I sent Will a couple of letters, but I didn't return Dad's or Paul's.
Why not?
Because I didn't want anyone to know what a complete wreck my life is. here. I miss him so much.
What's Paul got to do with this?
Everything. He's like a dark storm cloud, hovering over the both of us.
All right. Talk to me. Come on, talk to me.
You know, I was kidnapped right after Paul died. Never had time to grieve, never had time to go to his grave. The guilt is killing me inside.
You didn't kill him.
I might as well have. I tell him about my feelings for you, and he takes off on a plane to nowhere.
You're telling me that we can't work out because you're feeling guilty about Paul?
I'm not saying we're never gonna work out. I'm not saying we're never gonna be happy. It's just... I need some time. I need a little breathing room.
Come on. I think it's a little more than that. I think you're holding out on me.
No,
What is it?
I just told you what it is. I need some time. That's what it is. To sort through these things that happened with Paul. That's it. That's all it's about.
Look me in the eye and say that again. You see that? I want you to look at me and tell me right now what is going on.
Are you finished yet?
Yeah, I'm done.
Weren't you about to give me something?
Yes, I was. You left it in my car the other night. I wanted to make sure that you got it back.
Thanks. Chris, Allison told me about your dad. I'm so sorry.
Thanks, Katie. We're praying that he comes out of it soon.
Well, listen, give Kim and Nancy my best and tell them I'll be by soon, okay?
I will. Thanks. Well, it's at the time. Excuse me, I got rounds to make.
I didn't even remember it's my birthday. What? Well, I made it so easy for him. I must have given him like a million hints over the past few weeks.
Allison, his dad's in a coma. He's got a lot on his mind.
You're right. He's under a lot of stress. But it's my birthday, for crying out loud.
I've missed something, haven't I? You two have gone past the just kissing under the mistletoe phase.
Well, yeah, but obviously not as much as I thought. He's just been so protective lately, especially since Psycho Gordo's been on the loose. It actually made me think that he cared about me. He didn't even remember it's my birthday.
He'll remember. Eventually.
If that's supposed to make me feel better, Katie, try again.
Honey, you can talk to me.
There's nothing really to talk about, Mom. My life is a mess. You know, I left Milan, and the only thing I wish I could do right now is talk to Paul.
But you were becoming so successful. You may not know this, but I kept track. I saw the layouts of what you shot. I spoke to the designers you worked for. They loved you.
That was a long time ago, Mom. A lot has changed since then.
Okay, you're having a slump. I know all about slumps. Pretty soon that phone will ring again and up you'll go.
It's not the agents, Mom, or the design houses.
Then what?
It's me. Okay? I haven't been working the last couple months because... well, there was this guy, and... you know, it's all too complicated. I really can't talk about this right now.
Well, then don't.
And I don't want you bugging me about it every other minute, okay?
I promise I won't do that. But there must be something that we can talk about.
Sure. I'm completely broke, and I won't be going back to Milan to model, or anywhere else in Europe.
So you're coming home.
I'm not making any definite plans,
You
Mom.
may not know this, but I sold Fair Winds, and I've taken the suite at the Lakeview Towers. It's beautiful, it's huge, it's perfect for you and me and Will. And if you don't like it, I promise we'll find something else, whatever you need.
I can't, Mom. I can't talk about anything, especially my life. me about my brother.
Will's fine. He asks about you all the time.
You know I'm not talking about Will. Tell me about Paul. My big brother is dead, and I need to know what happened. I need to know everything. I don't want to talk about Paul anymore.
You brought it up. And it's okay. You know, we did our best dealing with Paul's death. We talked about it. We were there for each other. Why do you want to go back and rewrite history?
All right, stop, all right? Enough.
Then be straight with me. Lily doesn't want you with me, right?
No.
She blames me for the kidnapping. Now she's trying to put a guilt
No,
trip
it's
on
not
you.
Lily.
by
Lily cares
waving
about
Paul
me.
in your
She's not
face.
trying to put a guilt
Or
trip on anyone. No,
Holden,
not
whatever.
Holden. No, nobody's bringing up Paul to
Then
me.
what happened? There has got to be a reason why Paul is so on your mind right now.
Okay, all right, I'm gonna be honest with you. There is a reason why Paul's on my mind right now.
After Paul died, do you have any idea how much I wanted to talk to you? I just wanted to hear your voice. Do you have any idea how heartbreaking it was for me to leave a message like that with a concierge for you? Over the telephone? In a foreign language?
Mom, you sent me that letter telling me about Paul's plane crash so I know how he died, but you didn't ever tell me why. You never said why. Why is my brother dead?
Coming up on As the World Turns.
My mother is in danger, Dr. Daniels. I am afraid for her. And you believe I have reason to, but you still won't admit that he might be the murderer. What is the matter with you?
Susan, will you marry me?
My son died knowing that I loved him. And I know that he loved me too.
Do you know something that I don't know?
Well, I was just inside the machinery over at the DA's office.
You were there today?
And guess who got offered a job? I mean, as DA.
You?
Guess who took the job?
Oh, that is so incredible! But what about Evelyn?
She got a big fat offer from the Attorney General and jumped on it.
Well, that's kind of like a personal favor to me. I am so proud of you.
Do I sense a butt coming?
Yeah, but Tom, you are an incredible attorney, and I'm not just saying that because you're my husband, but why the sudden change?
Well, I've got the experience. I know the team.
Yes, but you've spent the better part of 3 years building a private practice, and it's just about to make some money for us. Why would you throw that all away?
This is the no-brainer part of it. I did it for us.
You can't just shut me up, Hal.
I think I just did.
This is my job, Lieutenant. I speculate, I hypothesize, imagine, conjecture. It's a valuable tool.
Maybe so. I'm just telling you not to do it out loud.
What about the evidence it's helped me collect?
We use it as support when we bring charges against Dr. Gordon.
What if it supports looking at somebody else than Dr. Gordon? You can't wait to look at my files, Hal. For example, you need to read my notes on the last interview I had.
Munson. Yes. Where? Oh, that I've got upstairs. I'm gonna have to call you back. Right. I gotta leave for a minute. I'll take a look at your files when I get back.
Thank you. If it's okay with you, Hal, I'd like to stay behind, review the files, and make sure they're in order for you.
Well, that's fine. But, Dr. Daniels, I expect you to honor my request. I don't want you relating your suspicions about Rick Decker to anybody, and I mean anybody. Is that clear?
Dr. Daniels here.
Dr. Daniels, it's Emily Stewart. Emily Munson. Hal Munson's wife.
Yes, I know who you are.
I was looking for you at the hospital. The nurses said you had left for the day.
Actually, I'm down here at the precinct. I just finished speaking with your husband.
How long are you going to be there?
Well, actually, I have to review some files for the lieutenant. Why?
Would you mind meeting with me? I have some questions, and I think you're about the only one who can answer them for me.
Questions about what?
Not what. Who? Rick Decker.
I'm sorry, Rick. I only told Emily what happened to you in San Francisco because it came up in a conversation.
How? Oh, by the way, my boyfriend, he was implicated in a serial killing at San Francisco Mercy. Could you pass the jelly, please?
It wasn't like that. I was only asking Emily if she could get Hal to back off of you a bit.
Does Allison know, too?
Yes, I think it's best that both my girls know from me.
Oh, Susan. I'm trying to make friends with your girls, not scare them away.
But that involves trust. And if we start holding things back, especially important things, they're just going to think we're hiding things, and we are.
Well, I don't have any kids, so I'm going to have to rely on your instincts on this one.
I just don't want them to think that you've somehow tricked me. And anyway, Dr. Gordon is Hal's main suspect now, not you.
Yeah, well, it hasn't made Emily any more comfortable around me.
I don't know what to say about that, except it's just going to take some time. I'm really, really sorry.
Well, no, you don't have to apologize. I mean, you've been very honest and upfront with everyone.
Well, I wasn't always. I had to really practice to learn how to do that.
Well, maybe your girls would feel more comfortable if I stopped seeing you altogether.
Oh, please, don't say that.
Oh, no, look, I'm being as honest with you as you've been with me. They've expressed doubts, haven't they?
They've had some concerns, but there are no doubts in my mind that they're going to adore you when all this is over and forgotten. And that's all that matters. What is it?
Your girls did the right thing warning you about me.
You can't mean that.
Well, if it were my mother in their situation and the guy she was seeing had a secret past that made him a murder suspect, I'd tell her to get the hell away from him, too. They're good girls, Susan. But their mother is better than good. She's fantastic.
Oh, sweetie. Oh, I thought you were saying, I don't know what I thought. I'm just so happy that we're okay.
Jennifer, you have to understand something. I can't relive that pain again.
You know, Dad sent me clippings. I saved them along with the obituary you sent me, and I put them in a book.
I know you loved your brother very much.
You know, back in Milan, I had a room that overlooked the public gardens. I used to stare out the window and then stare at that book. You know that photo next to Paul's obituary? I used to look in his eyes as if I could will them to answer the one question that I can't seem to stop asking myself. Why is my brother dead?
It was an accident, Jennifer. Maybe it was the fog. Maybe he lost control.
I'm not talking about Hal. You know, I'm not talking about the plane or the instruments or the weather conditions that day. Why aren't you answering me? You know, why was he out there, alone, miles and miles from Oakdale? You're fine. If you won't answer me, I'll ask Dad.
No. No, you need to hear this from me, okay? Just from me. There were some problems going on, and Paul was very upset.
At you?
He was angry with a lot of people.
Why?
there had been a misunderstanding.
Over what?
You know, honey, he's gone, all right? He's gone. And the reasons are just circumstantial here. Now, I have gone over this in my mind for weeks now, and I know the only thing that's important to me is that my son died knowing that I loved him. And I know that he loved me too. Do you understand? That's all that matters to me. But there were other people that he would not have forgiven.
So what you're saying is that he was angry?
My gosh, you're not even supposed to get behind the wheel of a car when you're upset, and you let Paul get into the cockpit of a plane?
I didn't know what he was going to do. I was trying to get him to stay in town, but he was determined to get away from Dusty Donovan, and to get away from his fiancée, Rose D'Angelo.
Something happened at the hunting lodge the other day.
Yeah, you almost died out there.
Yeah, but you went outside and you were fighting with Brackett for the gun. You came back in, I was down. He asked me, how did I get out of the noose? Remember that? Remember?
Why are you doing this? Why do you want to go back to that?
And the chair fell. And I was dangling there, and I almost died right there at that very second.
What is it? What are you trying to say?
I almost died right there. At that very second. So maybe that's why I'm thinking about Paul. And the way he died. Maybe I got some unfinished business that I gotta take care of before I can move on in my life.
Okay. You do what you gotta do. You know how much I care about you, right?
Yeah.
I never thought that I would. I really hope all this stuff works out with Paul, but, you know.
What?
I like dealing with things straight, and right now it looks like there's no guarantee that you're gonna get past this.
Yes, I will. I think I just need a little time.
I want you to understand something. I'm not the wait around kind of guy.
Now, am I missing something? Because, as a prosecutor, 9 times out of 10, you hobnob with people who are the scum of the earth. Now, that's a favor to me.
In the last 6 months, how many times do you think that you and I have had lunch together?
Like 3?
No, 2. You canceled that one time you brought the thug back from Chicago. Now, in the same 6-month period, how many times do you think you had lunch with, I don't know, Evelyn Hart?
About 22, if you count the burgers in the car, and then every day when we were trying to get Bonnie McKechnie's statement.
I rest my case. So, if the DA can spend more time with the sexiest detective on the planet, I'm in.
I can't think of any DA I'd rather eat cold takeout with than you.
We can't lose touch with each other, honey. We can't get so caught up in our jobs that we lose sight of what's most important.
I know. I spent so many late nights here lately. And then I come home and I crawl into bed with you and I want to wake you up.
Don't ever hesitate to wake me up. I don't want to miss you anymore.
I don't want to either.
All right. Fill me in on the Brackett case.
No, first, here's a little preview of what's coming tonight.
Uh-huh.
Thank you for meeting with me, Dr. Daniels.
What can I do for you, Miss Stewart?
Oh, Emily. Please call me Emily. Hal, you know, I know you're working with him on the serial murders at Memorial.
I can't explore details of an open investigation.
Hal has hinted to me, Dr. Daniels, that you have suspicions about Rick Decker.
Like
and I was hoping
said, I am not at liberty to discuss this. I'm sorry, I should have told you as much on the phone.
This is very important to me.
I'm sure it is. And I'm sorry that I can't help you. But as you can see, I was just
Please,
finishing
all right,
up.
please don't go. Just, if there's something you can tell me about Rick Decker that I should know, you have to tell me. My mother's very life could be in danger.
Everything would be fine except for Walker Daniels.
But you don't have to worry about him anymore. And I think he's given up on his vendetta against you.
You smell redemption? I smell a con job.
Why would he pretend?
That I don't know. Chalk it up to his own pathology.
But honey, even if you're right, and Walker Daniels still has suspicions about you, what does it matter?
Matters if your girls believe him.
But you have me in your corner.
And how long are you going to be there if your girls aren't with you?
That's never going to happen.
Susan, listen to me. If Dr. Gordon signs a confession today, as long as Walker Daniels is out there pointing his finger at me, your girls are going to have second thoughts about me. It's human nature.
So you really think what he's doing could create long-term problems for Emily and Allison?
Not if we treat the symptoms early. Dr. Stewart, I may have a prescription.
Look on the bright side, Allison. You're 18 now. You can do all kinds of things you could never do before.
Like what?
You can vote.
Whoop-de-doo. Who's running for anything?
You could get a credit card. Okay, you can do lots of things and go pretty much anywhere, whenever you please.
Yeah, that's cool, but I don't have a car, I don't have any money, or a boyfriend, or even a guy who likes me enough to remember it's my birthday.
Sorry, I gotta get back to these linens, but I tell you what, today will not go uncelebrated, okay? You and I are gonna have a lot of fun later.
Okay, Katie, thanks.
Am I wrong, or is the prettiest nurse's aide at Memorial turning 18 today? Happy birthday, Allison.
Don't miss a very special guest at a very special event. Daniel Bedingfield performs on Guiding Light, Wednesday, July 9th.
You did remember it's my birthday.
How could I forget? Let's see, Chris, did you know that there are 2 Independence Days in July? Could you guess what the second one is?
Oh, shut it. I was subtle.
Yeah, right. So, are you just gonna stare at that, or you gonna open it?
You wrap this?
I'm a man of many talents, but it's not supposed to stay all wrapped up, you know? Dig in.
It's so beautiful.
Just like the girl who's gonna wear it.
You know my mother's deeply involved with Rick Decker, don't you?
My investigation covered the relationships of all key staff.
Okay, so you know he worked at San Francisco Mercy.
I see where you're headed with this. There was an unsolved serial murder case there, and this has affected your opinion of Dr. Decker.
Yes. I mean, it's nothing specific, it's a feeling.
Well, unfortunately, we can't pursue people on feelings, only evidence.
Yeah, well, what do you do before you get your evidence, Dr. Daniels? How do you decide what leads to pursue? Hal always says that in cases, most of the time, he follows his gut. Now, that's just a feeling, right?
I can't speak on your husband's process, Emily. But all I can tell you is that I can't discuss this with you any further.
Okay, well, then do this. Okay, look me in the eye and tell me I've got nothing to worry about when it comes to Rick Decker. You can't do it, can you?
Your husband would tell you to look at the
I'm not asking Hal, I'm asking you.
Ever since Dr. Gordon was put under surveillance, there have been no new killings. We cannot ignore that.
But your gut doesn't agree that Dr. Gordon's the killer, does it?
I didn't say
You
that.
think it's Rick Decker,
I
the man my mother spent
ignore
every
your
waking
husband's
hour with.
rules,
My
Emily.
mother is in danger, Dr. Daniels. I am afraid for her. And you believe I have reason to, but you still want to...
I believe that, yes. But you didn't hear that from me.
Oh, my God. I gotta get my mother away from that man.
My kids don't run my life.
I want to reassure them that I love you too, that I could never hurt you.
But you've already told them. What more can you do?
I can show them. I can show them how much I love you, how far I'm willing to go to be with you.
Well, like what?
Like me becoming your husband. Susan, will you marry me?
Wow. Huh. Let me wrap my brain around this one. I care about you, Rose, but I'm not gonna wait around for you.
I don't mean to sound cold, you know? I just want you to know where I stand.
What about you? Huh? What about you? Paul was your really good friend. What about you?
Yes, yes. We're both gonna feel bad for a long time. Maybe forever. Rose. Paul is dead.
Not in my heart. See?
I can't let a dead man come between us. If you can, there's nothing more to say.
He's right. Paul is gone. Paul is dead. And why am I seeing that man? What is going on with you, D'Angelo? What the hell is going on?
You're so quiet. I just felt that you should know what your brother's supposed best friend and fiance were really like.
I don't want to talk about Dusty and Rose, Mom. I don't want to talk at all.
Oh, Paul. It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. It's okay. I know exactly what you're feeling because I knew you lost your brother, but I lost my son. We'll take care of each other, okay? I'm here. We're together, and I will take care of you. Just like your brother would have wanted me to.
On the next, As the World Turns.
What are you doing about Rick Decker?
Rick Decker, your mother's boyfriend?
Walker Daniels thinks he's the serial killer.
I'm starting the PR mode again. It's what your brother would want.
I was breaking up with Dusty. Are you happy now?